guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dami. I'm a student here in the Philippines. I have a guest with me, my daddy and my mommy here in the Philippines. They've been living here for the past 50 years.
Next year it will be 50 years.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, the first time I met you, I was so shocked. When you told me like, oh, you lived here for 50 years, I thought you made a mistake. You know, I texted you back. I said, Mom, 50, almost 50 years or... And I was so shocked that you guys enjoy Philippines so much that you decided to retire
here.
Yes.
Here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So what's your name, Mom?
Judy Curran.
Okay. So,
Jim Curran.
okay. What year did you guys move here?
1974. So we came for 2 years.
Okay.
Yes. But we couldn't count.
And now it's already 50 years. 50 years.
Yes.
So at the time you moved here, what was the purpose of you guys moving?
Work. It was for work.
It was for work.
Yes.
For me, not her.
Okay, Daddy was the one that had the job at the time.
Right, yes. Yeah.
So during that 50 years for you, how has it been for you living in the Philippines?
Well, do you want to answer that? I think he just takes everything as it comes.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you were working 50 years ago, like during the period where he was working, what was it like with the people you were working? Did you work with the Filipinos or?
Yeah, all Filipinos are very nice people.
Wow.
All good workers and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to go down to La Union, to Agoo, to the tobacco factory where he worked there.
Okay.
And he would, had many workers. Do you know how many?
1,500.
1,500 workers
Wow.
worked for, not
And
just
all
him.
Filipinos.
Yes.
Yeah,
But there were a few
foreigners.
foreigners there,
Not many.
but not many.
Wow.
Yes.
So you had a very nice experience working with the Filipinos.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you decide to move to the Philippines for the first 2 years, when you guys moved, what was like your first impression of the people? You know, you don't know about the country at the time.
No,
you guys
we didn't
are just
know anything about the country. The only thing I knew about the Philippines was manila paper, manila envelopes.
Okay.
That was it. I had to look everything up about the Philippines.
Okay.
And I actually had started to study Spanish, thinking it was a Spanish country, and then realized, no.
it was English country.
Well, I mean, Filipino, but the words were so long.
Okay.
You know, and also because everybody spoke English here, there was no sense in learning Filipino. So that was it. Yes, you know, the odd words we knew and so on. And with the kids going to school with other, well, there was a mixed school. They were at an international school, and there were, I think, at that stage there were 23 different nationalities
in the school.
at the international school. So yeah, it was. Interesting.
Yeah, but as you say, everywhere you go in the world, you bump into Filipinos.
Yes, they're everywhere.
And they all speak English.
Yes.
You know?
So Daddy, when you were working with the Filipinos, so all of them were able to communicate with you in English at the time.
Yeah.
So you guys are from where?
Originally from Rhodesia,
Okay.
which became Zimbabwe,
Okay.
but we left in 1974 to come here at the kind of height of the Bush War there.
Okay.
And yeah, we came over here and, as I say, just for 2 years.
Okay.
And then decided to stay.
Wow.
And had we came over with 3 kids born in Rhodesia.
Okay.
They were 7, 8, and 9 at the time.
Wow.
And then in 1979, we had number 4 here. And in 1982, we had number 5. And then 1983, we had number 6.
Wow.
2 girls and a boy, 2 girls and a boy.
Okay, you have 2 girls and a boy there. And then in the Philippines, you have...
Yeah, repeat performance.
That's why we didn't leave the Philippines. Otherwise, we'd had 2 girls and a boy somewhere else.
So for you, what was the culture shock as compared to Zimbabwe when you moved here? What was different?
As I said earlier, I think the space, the size of the properties was really small after having the open plains of the African bush and larger properties, not so much the houses. The houses are quite big here, but they're on very small properties.
Okay.
And your neighbors are kind of right next door to you.
Okay.
That was one of the things. And then a lot of the things that we'd grown up with, we couldn't get here.
Okay.
So we just had to do without, or we had to make ourselves. I mean, while I was making dishes, I never ever thought I would be making, because like for us in Africa, like biltong,
Okay.
you know, the dried meat.
Okay.
We had to learn to make that here.
Okay.
And also the farmer's sausages or boerewors.
Okay.
We had to learn to make that here. So, yeah, anything we wanted, we actually had to make.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just didn't get. So that's about it. But, yeah, otherwise, we got used to the place.
So you told me during your stay, they had like the very terrible earthquake.
Earthquake, yes, that was in 1990.
So
Yes.
you guys were not like discouraged to want to leave.
No, the company wanted us to move to Manila,
Okay.
but we don't like Manila. So we decided if they said we had to move there,
Okay.
then we would leave.
So you love
country.
Baguio.
Yeah, this is, it's a smaller place.
Okay.
And it's easier to get used to. Manila is just so large.
It's so far for me to come to work.
Yes, yeah, because he works in a go'o
Okay.
in La Union, and it's too far to travel up and down.
Up and down.
Yes.
Because Baguio, the weather is even good.
Yes, it's good, except when it's typhooning, then it goes on and on and on.
True. So for you at the time, can you just give us like a brief story of what happened during the earthquake and how you guys were able to manage yourself?
Well, as I was saying, I was meant to go to one of the hotels to see a friend of mine.
Okay.
And she phoned me just shortly before the earthquake and said, don't come, because she wasn't ready for me to come.
Okay.
And so I'd already told my husband on the phone that we were going to the hotel.
Okay.
So, and I couldn't get back to him to tell him that we were not going.
Okay.
And in those days, we didn't have mobile phones.
Oh.
So that, I couldn't just phone him and let him know.
Okay.
And so we didn't go. I was busy sewing, and then I felt this movement beneath my feet.
Okay.
And then I just realized it was an earthquake, and I shouted to the kids, "Earthquake, get out!" And we ran downstairs onto our driveway, and then it started moving really badly. And it felt like, those rodeo horses that you see
Okay.
in the States, that they go up and down and to the side. And that's how it felt with the earthquake. And we were on the driveway, just sitting. We had to sit down because we couldn't stand.
Wow.
And it went on for probably about a minute and a half.
Okay.
And the kids were very scared.
Wow.
Our 44-gallon drum of water was at the back of us, and it was about 2 foot off the air.
Wow.
And my in the air, should I say. And my car was all right up in the air.
Wow.
So that's how, bad. It was actually the machine at the Pines Hotel broke at, I think it was 8, magnitude 8.
Wow. So a lot of people lost their life at the time, right?
I think about 3,000.
Wow.
Yes, I'm not positive about that, but there are a lot of people in the hotels, because 12 hotels went down here. Yes.
Do you have anybody that was close to you at the time that lost their life at the time? Or?
Not close, but I had a good friend from Venezuela who was in one of the hotels, the one we were actually meant to go and see.
Oh.
And she was found probably a week later.
Oh.
The hotel had collapsed.
Under the rubble.
Yeah, she was under the rubble, and her husband was actually in the elevator going up. And he was found as well. But their little boy of 2 was outside in the playground, so he was saved. So, but we had friends that also
Lost their life.
they lost their lives.
But after that, did anything like that happen again?
Not that bad, but we've had typhoons and rock slides and landslides coming up, and
Felt the odd earthquake too.
yeah, there've been earthquakes as well, but nothing like that. So
So 50 years ago when you guys moved, I know a lot of things have changed about Baguio. How was it 50 years ago as compared to now? The environment, the traffic.
the traffic was It was manageable then.
Oh, yeah.
We could get into town.
Hardly any buildings around.
Yeah, we could get into town very easily. But now we do live further out of town.
Okay.
But it's taking a lot longer. And now with the road from Manila, the highway up to Baguio, well, not to Baguio, to Rosario, people can be here from Manila in 4 hours.
Okay.
Before, I mean, we've had trips down to Manila that have taken 8 or 9 hours.
Okay.
Going all the back roads.
Okay, was it before it was you stay longer on the road before?
Oh, much longer, yes.
Yeah, it's all the back roads.
Yeah, so it's all the back roads through the rice paddies and so on like that. It was much more interesting.
Oh, it was nice.
Yes. I mean, it took a long time, but it was interesting. You know, you wouldn't just have an open road.
All the little villages.
All the towns and so on.
Towns.
And then you'd stop off and you'd buy Carabao milk in one of the places, and you'd buy mangoes here, and you'd buy whatever fruit that was, you know, seasonable.
So now it's more modernized.
It's more modernized, but not always better.
So you prefer the style?
There's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know, there's for and against both, before and after.
So when you guys first moved here, how were you able to navigate life in us?
It was very easy. The kids started school at a convent.
Okay.
And I used to take them to school in the morning.
Okay.
And they actually came home for lunch, and then they'd go back in the afternoon. And that was very easy. The kids didn't like it, though. They were the only, as I call it, pale faces in the whole school.
Oh.
And they were looked up to, and the people wanted to keep, you know, hanging on to them and touching them and so on, and they weren't used to this, and they didn't like it. But and then they had to move to another school, to an international school, because the school they were at was in Filipino, and they didn't know it. So they moved to the Brent International School, and that's where they stayed, and they eventually graduated from there. And then went off to their different countries of choice.
So how did you guys adjust to the food and the culture at the time?
The food, well, it was fine. We just used to cook our own kind of food.
Okay.
You know, we were able to get all sorts of things, and we just adjusted everything, and then gradually tried the different Filipino foods and decided what we liked, what we didn't like, and so we carried on that way. No problem. Yeah.
So you guys have been married for how long?
Next year it will be 60 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really a long time.
Yes.
Because these days marriage is a bit of like war.
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, that's
And I mean, into your home, I saw like your relationship with your husband, like you just joke around, you just play around. How were you able to keep your family together for the 60 years?
I think a sense of humor. Give and take.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you just work through things, because for us there's no alternative.
Okay.
You know, as somebody said, have you ever thought about divorce? I said, never divorce. Murder, yes.
Yeah. Still might happen.
Really, it's a long time, and God has really blessed
Oh, definitely, yes.
you both, because all your kids, like you told me, are all very successful and everything.
Yeah.
So at what point did you guys decide to retire here in the Philippines?
I don't know, just because the longer we stayed here, the easier it was to live here.
Okay.
And our home country wasn't doing so well.
Okay.
And it just was a lot better to stay here, and easier to bring up a large family here.
Okay.
And
because you have one.
yeah, so, you know, that was it. It was just, we decided that we'd build a house and see how it went. And if we didn't like it, we could always move.
Okay.
But then once we'd built the house, and we just decided, no,
You just
this is where we'll stay. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Do you travel like out of the country since you
Not
moved here?
much anymore. No, we haven't moved. I think the last time we went out was 2019 before the pandemic.
Okay.
And that was just to Bali
Okay.
with two of the children
Okay.
and the families.
Okay.
And but no, I think now
They will
the
visit.
kids can come and visit us. Yes,
You are
from
here.
their various places, from the States, from England, and the other two in Manila.
And they've all
So
visited us.
they have. They've all come to see us here. So since then, so that's
I've got
good.
one coming out in
In December,
December.
yes, from England.
Wow.
Yes.
In Philippines in general, do you guys explore the city? Like,
Yes, we do, because every weekend we want to go out somewhere, try the food from a different restaurant.
Okay.
We like to try different tastes.
okay.
And so we'll go to, not very far, or we'll go down to the beach,
Okay.
to the sea. And mainly just for the day, but it's just nice to get away from the house for one day.
Class and
Ambuklau, yes, that's probably about 2 hours up further into the Cordillera.
Okay.
And there's a lovely big dam up there.
Okay.
And
But did you travel like Palawan, Boracay?
yeah, we've been to Palawan. Actually, we went to Palawan on our 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we went to Boracay on our 50th.
Okay.
And yeah, we've been to various places in the Philippines.
Wow.
But as Jim was working a lot of the time, and often there was weekends when he had to work as well, so he wasn't always free to go.
Okay.
To go away, yeah. And then with the kids being at school, we had to wait for holidays, and that's when we mostly went overseas
Oh,
to
okay.
visit our parents, because they were both my parents and Jim's parents were living in Zimbabwe then.
Oh,
so we
okay.
would visit them
Visit
there.
them
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So, what are the things you love about the Philippines?
I think the friendliness.
Okay.
Basically, the weather is pretty stable. It's around about 70 degrees most of the year round, although it can drop right down
Okay.
to frost during the winter in January.
Okay.
As I say, typhoons are not pleasant, but you just grin and bear it.
Yeah.
And I think the friendliness of the people here.
Kept you guys here.
That's, it's very easy to live here.
Okay.
They're very polite, and you don't have I find when I visit the Western countries, people are in your face. They
Okay.
argue with you over the slightest things, whereas here they try and reach an agreement
With you.
amicably. Yes.
yeah, in England they don't even look at you.
No, you don't make eye contact in in Western countries. It's
Okay.
just, because I'd see, my kids would take me for a walk or somewhere and said, "Don't look at people." And I said, "But that's what you do, and you smile at them." "No, don't smile at them."
Oh, so you love it here that you
But
can
here
smile.
you can chat to anybody you want to,
Oh, yeah.
and they chat back. So yeah, it's a lot more pleasant. Yes.
I've watched a lot of people on YouTube, like people from America or other country trying to retire here.
Yes.
What is the advice you can give to such people as someone who have lived in the country for like 50 years?
Patience.
Okay.
Patience, yes. You have to have lots of patience, because things don't happen immediately. It's not a first world country, and things are not going to be done the same as in your own country.
Okay.
And if you've left your own country because you want something different, then this is different.
Okay.
But then don't expect your own country to happen here as well, because that's why you left it in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
How about the
that's
cost of living? Is it?
cost of living is manageable, although prices have gone up a lot here. But you can, if you buy imported stuff, you'll pay the price for it. But if you buy local, then you can live. Yes.
Wow.
So there we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I'm so excited to meet them. I didn't meet Daddy the first time. I met Mommy, and they really accept me as, I don't know, as their child.
Yes,
That's how I feel here. Really, because they allow me into their home, into every space in their house, and I must say I'm really grateful.
That's good.
Because I don't even look like you. I don't look like them.
We consider ourselves Africans still.
Yeah.
Yes. So
They really, I don't know, she really took care of me today, and I must say I'm happy. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.